Tonight, Sean, thousands of Trump supporters are in D.C. for the Stop the Steal rally, which is set to take place over the next few days. And within the last hour, the president confirmed that he will be speaking at the rally tomorrow on the Lips at 11 a.m. They're going to be very happy to see him. Meanwhile, D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser has called for these Trump supporters to be greeted on the streets by the National Guard. But if you remember this summer, Mayor Bowser failed to call for the National Guard when Antifa members were smashing windows and looting businesses. Sean, we saw this right outside our own studio. And do you remember this from November when Trump supporters were exercising their right to protest in D.C. and being attacked in the streets? And this wasn't even the worst of it. So who's causing the violence here? Well, to discuss, let's bring in the host of America First with Dr. Sebastian Gorka. Seb Gorka, welcome to the show, sir.
Great to be back, guys.
All right, before I get to this ridiculousness with Mayor Bowser, you're the opening act tomorrow for the president. What are you going to be talking about? Tell us.
I'm not sure about that. Everything's up in the air since the whole event moved from Freedom Plaza to the Ellipse. We are so excited that the president is going to address all of us. It's going to be absolutely gargantuan. But now that the Secret Service have stepped in, now it's a different location. I'm just going to tell everybody, get there early. It's going to be incredible. And with what's happening on Capitol Hill at 1 p.m., just buckle up, America, buckle up.
Yeah, I mean, C-SPAN's going to, luckily Newsmax will cover it all, but, you know, this is one of those days that from a political junkie standpoint, you got the president at 11, you got the House and the Senate going into joint session at 1, and we've just heard at least 3 states now, Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, probably more, and those are 2-hour events. So, I mean, buckle up. Tomorrow is going to be a late night. Get some sleep tonight after the show, of course. But, Seb, let me ask you this. I walked into the office today, and without giving it away, we're downtown. There were National Guardsmen. There were police blocking the streets off. D.C. was locked down like a drum. Mayor Bowser is putting this city completely down, you know, all locked down. The right hasn't done anything to warrant this. And they're boarding up the place, right? It's amazing to me. I get it. There was BLM that destroyed buildings, that looted and rioted. When election night came and everybody in D.C. was so afraid of what was going on, you know what the Trump supporters did? They said, okay, we're going to exercise our constitutional right. We'll peacefully protest. We'll use the courts of law. We'll exercise everything through our state legislatures. But they didn't destroy things. Do you think that this is going to be a problem tomorrow, or did Mayor Bowser overstep?
Mayor Muriel Bowser is a fraud and a hack. Let's just compare 2 moments in history. I went to work the day after the inauguration, January 21st. It may have been a Saturday, but I said, I'm going to get to the White House. I'm going to find the best office. I'm going to stake it out, get my badge. And I went to work. Muriel Bowser allowed the Women's March full access to the whole block around the White House. When I left the office that afternoon, it took me 25 minutes to go 200 feet in my car. Now go on the web and look at what Mayor Bowser has done to D.C. She has basically locked down. It is a sea of red for blocks and blocks and blocks. Freedom Plaza, the Ellipse, around the White House. And then the hypocrisy of what she did. You mentioned it, Lyndsay. Earlier last year, she sent the National Guard home after BLM and Antifa tried to set fire to that church 1 block from the White House. She sent them home. But when the peaceful, team MAGA that doesn't commit arson and loot shops, when they want to come to D.C., that's when she calls the National Guard back. It is rank hypocrisy, and it shows her for what she is, an utter fraud.
You know, the crazy thing is, I got to bring this up, talking about Antifa. Senator Josh Hawley, his house in Virginia being looted by Antifa. He tweeted about it, talking about how crazy it was and that it wasn't going to threaten him. But, you know, the crazy thing, Seb, is the media hasn't covered this at all. Do you think that is purely because he's a Trump supporter?
Of course, absolutely. He's seen as somebody who stands up for the agenda of making America great again. And his house, which is not far from where I live, his wife was alone. He was traveling. He was out of state. His wife was at home with her newborn, and they tried to bang the door down. They trespassed on his property. They had bullhorns, and they intimidated his poor wife at home. And he was right when he said, "I will not allow these Antifa scumbags to intimidate me." But this is just one more piece of evidence that there's only one party in America that has normalized and sanctioned violence. And I got a news flash for CNN and for Chuck Todd and for the Washington Post. It's not the GOP and it's not Republicans. It is the Democrats. From Maxine Waters saying, when you see a member of the Trump cabinet harass them, from Eric Holder saying, when they're down, you kick them. The left have turned radical.
You know what, Seb, just as a reminder, I want to say this. I want to just ask you real quick. I only got like 10 seconds. I want to make a point. If you're coming to D.C. tomorrow, exercise your constitutional rights, support the person you want, in this case, the president, but show them that we're better. We don't need to resort to violence. We don't need to loot. We don't need to destroy. We're better. Seb Gorka, I'll give you the final 5 seconds.
Their fuel is hatred. Our fuel is love, love of this, the greatest nation on God's earth, and that's why we will always win.
Amen.
All right. Seb, thanks for being here. I look forward to hearing you speak tomorrow if you get the chance.
Newsmax TV is now America's fastest growing cable news channel. We give you the real news you need. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Newsmax TV streams live on YouTube for free. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.